I'm Novice Sister Selma because sex work is real work and should be legalized and protected. Welcome to Selma Says, a video series where I interview members of the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, and we discuss a variety of topics from gay stuff to politics. For those of you who don't know or didn't watch the first episode, the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence is a charity organization where members take vows to promulgate universal joy and expedite stigmatic guilt. We are here for our community to foster hope, creativity, and wellness. Before we begin, I just want to pop a disclaimer in that this is not Pride. It's not a family event. There are going to be topics and names that might offend the easily offended. And mostly by easily offended, I just mean ignorant bigots who hate drag nuns. So, with that, let's get started. Today, I am joined by...
Sister Peaches. Sister Sticky Peaches.
Sister Sticky Peaches, fantastic.
Fully professed Sister Sticky Peaches.
Fully professed, yes, that's right. And what house are you from?
I am from the Emerald City Sisters, in the Abbey of the Ruby Red Slipper, in Wichita, Kansas.
Okay. And how long have you been a sister?
I've been a sister for 6 years.
Okay. Fantastic. And what does sistering mean to you?
To me, sistering means, I think the thing that is the most important to me about sistering is that, I get to go out and give people permission to be themselves. I'm very comfortable within myself, within my sexuality, within how I look and how I act in public, and I like that we give other people the freedom to feel that they can do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, like last week, we have our bowl of topics here. So I'm going to let you pull them, and then I'll read them, if that works for you. Mostly because I already know them, so I already know what they say and stuff. Okay. Here we go. Giddy up. The newest dating app for gays is Sniffies. Do you partake in any of the apps? And if so, what is your relationship with the apps?
I do partake in a few of the apps.
Okay.
Would be lying if I would say that I haven't had probably a profile on all of them at some point in time.
Yeah, absolutely. Same.
I interact with them some. Online world's kind of a mess.
Yeah.
Gays, because they're not all gay people, and they're not all guys that are looking for the same thing. Some of them aren't. Some of them, it's the DL culture that I think makes apps the most difficult. Because if most of the people on there were also queer men who were open, looking for whatever we may be looking for that day, it would be easier than, weeding through all of the guys that are like, I stuck my dick, but my wife can't know.
Yeah,
exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. So, my take on it, I definitely partake of the apps. I'm on them all the time if I'm not with friends, including at work. So yeah, in my relationship, I would say it's like a love-hate relationship. Like, right now, I feel like I'm in a good place, but, like, I have a lot of body image issues, and so, like, sometimes being on the apps can be a little discouraging. But, I mean, like I said, for the most part, like, now I'm in a good relationship with, and I love the Sniffies. Shout out to Sniffs.
Sponsorship.
Yeah, sponsorship, for real.
It's the best free merch.
Yeah, it's free merch, because shit's expensive. Okay.
Another thing on that note with the apps and things, though, I agree with like what you said about I used to struggle with a lot of the body image stuff on the apps, but not so much anymore. I think Sniffies has made that better.
Yeah.
I think a couple of the apps, there's a couple of ones that are for people who are into bigger guys or into bears or into different kinds of body types, but those tend to be very small crowds of people. But on Sniffies, I think it's helped. I don't get that as often, because I have struggled
Yeah.
with that. Like, guys are assholes. They're like, "Oh, you're fat.
Yeah.
You're ugly. You're this. You're whatever. You're actually the ugly one because you're talking nasty."
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I would say, like, I was really impressed. Like, this is gonna sound like a Sniffies ad, but I was really impressed with Sniffies at first because, like, I'd been on Grindr traditionally before that, and
Yeah.
Grindr is very much like, I'm not looking for sex, but here's my dick pic. So I really appreciated getting on Sniffies, and that everything was a dick pic. It was like, everybody is here looking for penis, and they're all like, penis.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
It is very much like just a map of dicks.
Yes.
It really is. Which, yeah, I haven't been on Grindr for months, honestly. Like, I pretty much exclusively use Sniffies. For sure. Again, shout out to Sniffs.
Free merch.
Okay, free merch.
Sponsorship.
Okay. Oh, this is perfect. Recently, our piece of garbage president signed an executive order ending birthright citizenship. Besides being completely unconstitutional, what is your hot take on this gross overreach of power?
Wait. One of my biggest opinions on no matter what the Cheeto is doing is that it probably isn't going to work in the long run. Oftentimes we see cycles where politicians will do a whole bunch of stupid shit. They will rile up all of the people. They'll get everybody yelling about 7 different things. And then, like, something will happen where a lot of those things kind of fall to the wayside.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like, not that it's all better by any means. Nothing's better right now at all. But some of the funding things, that's already starting to, like, loosen up. And there are people against him in it. It's not like everybody's just like, yes, he's correct. There are even state politicians that are like, you're an idiot, and I'm not doing that in my state. So for sure. Obviously, I wrote that and I put my opinion in there. It is a gross overreach of power. It is illegal and unconstitutional, and it just can't be a thing because Donald Trump, you're an idiot, and I really hope that you watch this sometime, because you are truly an idiot. I'll draw the next one. Oh, this is perfect. This is a great shout out. Great shout out. I recently had the realization that Lady Gaga has been around for well over a decade and has yet to have a scandal such as sexual harassment, assault of dancers and workers, or not paying her performers. Who else can you think of that's been around for a while and has proven time and time again that they are a good person? Dolly Parton.
Yes, Dolly Parton.
Dolly.
Absolutely. That is exactly, yes. And rest in peace, Carl. I know she's going through it right now. But she recently got out for the anniversary of Dollywood and, greeted all the people. And I love that she loves everybody.
Yeah.
Like, she's just a beautiful person. And yeah, Dolly Parton's been around forever and still around and cares about children's literacy and about people being included and just love and kindness. And she's just a really amazing person, in my opinion. So,
do you know much about I had her name and then I lost it? Jane Fonda.
Yes, Jane Fonda is another really good one.
I love her in her older age being very not give a fuck about anything,
Yes.
very activism and here for everybody.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And for those of you watching, I've decided to call you all bussyites. You're welcome. Thank you all so much for being a part of this really short, brief journey so far that it's been. And if you can think of any answers to people that you know of that are really good people, go ahead and comment those so we can know that and see that and just spread that joy and that goodness in the world. So we have time for one more discussion topic.
I don't want anything anything else about Cheetos. I don't really like them.
We can skip that. If we happen to see it, there we go.
No Cheetos.
Okay. No Cheetos. No Cheetos. Okay. You go to order a Coke and they ask, "Is Pepsi okay?" Well, is it?
That depends.
Okay. What does it depend on?
Most of the time, like, I'm not a huge asshole, so, like, it's, you know. Some places have Pepsi, some places have Coke. It's not the end of the world. What I don't like is if I go to a bar and, because I in particular enjoy a rum and Coke.
Yes.
C-O-C-K with a Coke.
Yes. Yeah.
No, that's cock.
That is cock.
C-O-K-E. Coke.
C-O-K-E.
Rum and Coke.
A rum and Coke, not a rum and cock.
What I don't like is when a bartender's like, "Yeah, let me get you a rum and Coke," and then they bring me back a rum and Pepsi, and it's not the same. They're just not. And it's okay, but, like, tell me it's Pepsi. That's all I ask.
Yeah, yeah. For me, I would say normally no, but last night we went out to dinner and I had the best Diet Pepsi of my life. I think it's because they just changed it out, so it's like super fresh and just really good. Normally though, not a fan of Pepsi, and then normally no, it is not okay. But if they just changed out the thing, I am all for it, for sure. Okay. So that was our discussion. So now we've come to a part of the show called Ask a Sister. The show welcomes interactions, so if you have a question for a sister or have a topic you want to know more about what we think about it, something, submit them by commenting on this video. And we already got, I think, 5 comments on topics and questions, so you'll be seeing those as they come in. So continue to like and comment and interact with the video so we can continue to interact with you. Get rid of the discussion ones. My one bowl that I have. There aren't as many of these.
These are the fun questions.
These are the fun questions, and they're pretty simple. They're pretty low stress.
I'm more of a fun person.
Yeah.
Did we read it?
Yeah, you can read it.
Maybe. Who is your inspiration or idol?
Yeah.
It can be a sister, you know, or a celebrity. I'm inspired by a lot of people. I feel like I take inspiration from anywhere that I can find it. When it comes to my makeup, like, I might look at artists that I like, or I might look at other sisters that I like. When it comes to things I do in my life, I usually try to emulate people that I look up to. One person I do look up to in particular and am very inspired by is Sister Ursula, who was the guest last week on Selma Says, and she's a very important person to me. I've learned a lot from her in the time that I've known her, and she inspires me to push forward daily. So,
yeah. For me, since I'm so new to sistering, I really only know the sisters of Perpetual Indulgence with the Emerald City Sisters. So the person that inspires me and that I really look up to and is just a really amazing person is also Ursula Moorcock. Because everybody loves Moorcock. And yeah, she's a wealth of knowledge. She's an amazing person. She's somebody that I look up to, and like when I think of a sister, like, I think of Ursula, and like when I think of what the sisters should do, I think of Ursula. And just like, you know, she's been doing this since 2018, and she's just a wealth of knowledge, and she's just a very helpful person. She's been super helpful. Her and my mentor have both been really helpful, like, so far along this journey. So that is who I would have to say also is Sister Ursula Moorcock. So that is our show this week. Like I said, go ahead and comment and like this video so we can continue to interact with the community at large. And remember that you are loved and you are just the joy the world needs today.